Good morning, people. As you guys can see, I am balancing a lot of books, and that's not even all we're going to talk about today. But today, as you can see by the title, is about what books can help you when you are on a spiritual journey, when you are trying to become a psychic or a medium, or if you're learning about your natural abilities. It is a question that I get asked in the comments a lot. What books help me? Obviously, I love to draw from my personal experiences because that is the best advice that I can give you guys. So that is what we're going to do today. I'm just going to make it cozy and relaxed and talk about it. But I think the easiest is to start with like the first books that I was digging into, and I have been a big fan, and I think this is because of my mom. My mom was a medium. She was a psychic, and she did a lot of mediumship work when I was younger, but she stopped it because of her health. And that is something that happens a lot. Like if you get into like a depression, if you get into not believing in yourself, and you know you get into this like energy to do that over and over and over, you close down for your abilities. And that is something that happened for my mom. And I think that because of that, it took me a long time to actually tap into my abilities. I recently just found out that there is such thing as mediumship. That... Oh, it's Moon. Oh, boobs. Talking about spirit, and then Moon wants to be a part of it. Hello, Queen. Can you say hello to people? Oh, she's been rolling in the dirt. Hey, boobs. Okay, Mooney. Yes. But I recently found out that there is a big difference between being psychic, working with your psychic abilities, and working with your mediumship abilities. I'm still learning about it, but we are all psychics, and some of us are also a medium. A medium means that you can communicate with, you know, the dead, so to speak. That you can see, hear, all these. Again, there are so many senses that I can't remember. I need to breathe because, whoo. Yeah, okay, we made a cozy spot for Moon if she desires to sleep here with us. Hunker down with us, relax with us. Anyway, so yeah. So I tapped into my abilities pretty late, but again, sometimes I also feel there is a reason for everything. Again, you know, it depends on what we're believing in. Anyway, she was a big fan of someone called Marion Dampier-Jeans. Some of you guys might know who it is. She is Danish, but she's actually living in UK, I believe. Maybe it's because she is born in UK but got married to a Dane. I actually don't know. Hey, Boopsie! But when my mom passed away last year, was it last year? I can't even remember. I got all her books, and I remember that I have, since I was young, been reading through them. I know, Winnie. Hey, boobs, come here. I know it's not your white one, but you can, you know. Hey. It's like, but it's not my white fluffy hair. Come here. Moon. People are waiting. Can you put your ass down? Okay. He wants to play around. But this is the first, the first books that I read, that I learned from, but it's actually many years since I digged into them, so I really want to do that again. And even though these are in Danish, I'm pretty sure that you can find them in American, because again, like I said, she does live in America. So let me know if some of you guys know who she is. I don't know if she still actually does this. I mean, why wouldn't you, right? Anyway, so this is the first experience I had with books when it came to tapping into this. But back then, like I said, I never really had someone who like guided me. So I never really got to tap into it back then, not fully. So when it comes to biography books, the ones from Marion Dampier-Jeans are amazing. Another one that I learned a lot from, also just because that I read this some years ago after I started to tap into it again. Hey, come here. Come here, Mama. She's like, this is not my blanket. Oh my god, she's such a Taurus. She is like, I don't know this. But yeah, I had a reading with someone called David Wells. He has been a part of the, what's it called again? Most Haunted, is that what it's called? Most Haunted, I believe it's called. The UK series, Ghost Hunting series. He was a guest psychic or medium in that program. I had a reading with him, and that was a very eye-opening reading, and I got the book. And just reading through his like experiences, just, you know, yeah, complete guide to developing your psychic skills. So there's a lot of guidance in it. I love it. Do you want to join us, Moon? I don't know why she's like going around sniffing through everything right now. But this one, very good. I have to read it through again because it's been years. What? Whoopsie. So there's a lot of like things that you can do. Your destiny number. You're learning about your destiny number. Life path number. I don't know if it's true, but I think, is mine 5? Well, it might be. There's about tarot. Moon. You're weird. So, when it comes to the other books, I don't know why she wants to be there. This one is one of the first ones that I got into when it came to the law of attraction, because I am a big fan of the law of attraction. That's actually not true, because obviously The Secret is the first book. I think this one is the Danish version. Yeah, it is. But I just, you know, I watched the movie first and then I got the book. And I will say that is what actually started it all for me. Where I really realized that, oh my god, we can tap into our own energy. And then I bought this one because someone recommended it to me. And it's not dry, but it's written in, I don't know. When is it created? It's created in the old days. So some of the words are obviously written like they spoke back then. So just know that. But let me tell you, it is absolutely mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. I think it's written in 1860. Yeah, so it's a thin book, but it really blows your mind. It will blow your mind. Hey, what is wrong with you? She's like, I think she's a diva because her blanket is not here. Moon, come on. Moon. Then I have my favorite book. That's, you know, again, if it comes to when it comes to the law of attraction, these two books are my favorites. Favorites. Yeah, favorites. Yeah. Recently, I bought this one, The Witch's Guide to Manifestation, and it is absolutely beautiful. It's magical. It's, again, it is explained in such a fun way. Different ways how you can manifest. And as I said, it's recently that I bought this, so it's still new to me. but it has such a fresh, new way of explaining things. So when it comes to manifestations, definitely these 3 books. And I will write all the books in the description so you guys can see it. I'm just trying to like put it into sections, because obviously we have 4 books here that I have read them and I have heard them on Audible, so I have got it in more than one time. Oh, here she comes. Are you ready? It's like, okay. If it can't be any different, I will take this space. Now you're showing your butt. Oh god, I have to tell you guys something. So, some days ago, it was evening, and Moon came in with something big, and I was like, that's a big rat. Like, what is that? What in the name of Jesus is it that you have in your mouth? And it was a tiny rabbit. Moon killed a tiny rabbit. She knew that I was very bad with her, and I know you should never be mad. So I was like, you know, like, good girl, yeah, but and oh my god, it was so cute. I know she's a wild cat, I know she's a Norwegian forest cat, but why does she need to kill rabbits? I was like mothering her. I took the rabbit, I had like gloves on, right? I took the rabbit up and I was holding it and I was going over to Moon and I was like, this could have been your child. I was like, and Moon sniffed to it and she was trying to bite it in the foot. I was like, ah. So I tried to show her that this you should not hunt. I don't know if she got it. I don't think so, because it's an instinct, right? So, and I put it like out where she couldn't get it, because I know that there is a thing where rabbits can play dead, but it was dead. It didn't, no. But it was just so adorable. And she, you know, Moon went outside again, and I said something about I think I made a voice memo to a friend while this happened. So when I went outside with Moon, I was like, there is a rabbit mama out there who's looking for her baby rabbit, her baby, yeah, her baby. You took it away. She didn't care. So here's a little story about Moon. I know it's normal, but in my world it's just no. Anyway, my all-time favorite book that I would say, if you're not into manifestation, if you're not into the law of attraction, and you just want to start out with your spiritual journey, which is actually a part of us manifesting and learning all that, this is the book that you need. I have shown this in another reading before. Spiritual Growth, Being Your Higher Self. This baby is everything. I think I have been reading in this 3 times. This is my 3rd time that I am going through it again, but I have been very focused on other books recently, and I'm also going to show you what I'm listening to in Audible, because obviously sometimes it's easier, because well, in the past for some reason it has been easier for me to read books, but I just love to have books in general. But when I take walks and stuff like that, I listen to Audible. But like I said, this one, it really shows you how you connect with your higher self. It shows you and teaches you that you are your higher self. There's lessons and delicious things in it. So, my favorite. Then we have these 4 babies. I think this one was the first one that I got. This is from Sonia Choquette. So let's take these first. Ask your guides how to contact your angels and spirit helpers. It's a thick one, but it's just, she's explaining it in such a fun, beautiful way. And what I really love about Sonia is that she's also building in or talking about her own experiences. I really like that. That's also why I love David Wells's book and Sonia and Marion Dampier-Jeans' books, because they talk about their own experiences when they explain things. It's just magical. This is one of the books that I did listen to because I'm done with that. But this one, then we have The Psychic Pathway. It's also one of my faves. I just love these books, and you can see that they have been used. I didn't know I could love books so much, but I do. What about you, Moon Moon? Someone needs to write a book, and there's probably already a book about how to spiritually communicate with your pets, right? Yeah. But again, she's talking about her experiences, and she's really guiding you into the depths of your psychic pathway. Reawakening the voice of your soul. It's beautiful, it's magical. And again, there is different lessons, levels. Oh! Okay, I marked something, but now... Oh, and there's also guidance for pendulum, for tarot. Then we have Trust Your Vibes. Also from Sonia. Secret Tools for 6th Century Living. In this one, I really like that she explains the difference between 5th century people and 6th century people. I think this is an old gift card from one of my customers that I have here. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. But I just love it. Okay. Let's read something that I have marked to see if there's something we need to know. The universe has a pulse and a rhythm of its own, and it wants to carry you with it. So if you dance with spirit, just remember to let it lead. And I think with this one, there is this like, in this week we learn this, and then the next week you have another chapter. Lessons that you're going through, but obviously you can just go through it in your own pace. That's what I do. Another one that I really like, I think this one is, yeah, this one is the same people who made Spiritual Growth. This is opening to channeling, how to contact your guides. This one, I really want to start up again, because now that I know about the difference between being psychic and being a medium, I really want to connect with this one. There is a lot of beautiful tools when it comes to channeling your spirit guides, channeling the universe, your higher self, spirits, whatever it is for you. It's been going through the ringer. I have this beautiful thingy-dingy. But it's just, I love this so much. Channeling is accompanied by heightened awareness and feeling of well-being. People are able to channel far more easily than they expect, which is very true. But these are my favorites. I love these books so much. Plus this one. I got this one from a friend. This one is again, it's a game changer. This one talks a lot about diseases that we have in our body. Like if you have back pain, it's connected with emotions, or if you have something with your thyroid or your eyes, or and if you have something with your nose, whatever it is, it explains a lot about why that is. And again, it is her own experiences, but there is a lot of healing in this. Louise Hay. Yeah, I know that she overcame cancer, I believe so. Yeah, there is this one, and then there is another one that's more based on what I talked about with healing. Like, what is the spiritual meaning of having cancer? What is the spiritual meaning of I don't know, like whatever it is. I don't know if there's something about like mental diseases, but I love this. I read the book and I listened to the Audible. One that I haven't digged into yet. I think I tried to go through it, but then I didn't really go that far. But I think I want to see if I can find it on Audible. But this is Journey of the Souls. I got this because of one of my friends, actually Amanda, worked together with someone who read it, and she kept talking about it, and the things that she told Amanda told me, and I remember that I was always so fascinated about the thing, so I bought the book. So this one, I feel it's actually time for me to dig into this. Yeah, I don't know if I'm the only one who is just fascinated about books, because I am, and these ones are my favorite. And the best with books, also with Audible, right? You can listen to it and read it whenever you want. There's no stress, because again, when you learn, you should never stress. But let's go to Audible. And you guys can see what I'm listening to. At the moment, I'm listening to something that my brother actually recommended, and it's this one. It's very good. But I will say, before you listen to this one, dig more deeper with the other books, because this one is very like focused on the brain. If you haven't tapped into the spiritual, it might be harder to really get yourself into this kind of lessons. But I absolutely love this one. There's another one my brother talked about. I have to look into it. Another one that I am that I'm listening to right now from Sonia Choquette is, I think it's newer ones. There's this one, Your 3 Best Superpowers: Meditation, Imagination, and Intuition. That is one of the ones that I'm listening to at the moment. Another one that I'm also listening to is this one, and it just caught me because that I want to live in France, so I feel like this one was just, you know, meant to be. That's also from Sonia. I believe that's one of the newer ones. But again, she's talking about her experiences. She's talking about her divorce. I didn't even know that, because in the other books she's always talking about her and her husband, so it was actually a shock for me that they got divorced, and she's just explaining like the journey of that and how hard it was for her to go through that. So it's very inspiring. And then obviously I have Trust Your Vibes, which we talked about. I have, what else do I have? I feel like I had something else that oh yeah, Your Psychic Pathway I listened to. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys. Yeah, so this one and this one is from her. Then we have The Shaman Heart. That's also good. I haven't finished it yet, but it's not because it's bad, I just haven't finished it. Yeah. What did it say? Go ahead. Yeah. Then we have The Power. That's also from The Secret. I also have the books. Just don't have it right here. Then we have The Alchemist. I have listened a lot to The Alchemist, the story, but for some reason it was hard for me to go through. Again, Heal Your Body. That is the one. You can heal your life, heal your body. That's also from Louise Hay. Here. But that is the ones. And the other ones are more older ones. Manifest Your Millions. A Whole New Mind. I know that is based on this like left side, right side of your brain, which for some reason it takes me longer to like get stuff like that. I think it's because it's very logic. Yeah. The Scorpio in me really wants to dig deeper into what's happening on a spiritual level. So I will put everything down below, but this is all the books that has helped me so much, and I go back and forth with these books when I feel like I need a boost. Yeah, when I want to learn something again, because I know that the first time I've been reading these books, I took it in and I understood it, but I still was learning a lot about myself, which is very important on this journey. So now that I am more confident in my craft, more confident in myself, I'm more connected with my senses and my spirituality. When I read the books now, I get it in a whole new way. I really understand it. So you will go through a lot of growth, or a lot of, how can I say that? You're going through a lot of different phases in your life when you read them, because the first time you will get it, but you will not get all the details. So I will say it's a good thing to read it more than once, or to read the book and then listen to it on Audible. Yeah. Take your time. Another thing, take just an hour out of your day where you really read and relax. Yeah. I also remember when I was reading through these books the first time, I always did it when I was waiting for my customers. So it was always like a little rushed. And I was never really 100% in the book, because I was also looking out for my customers, right? So you really have to really dig into it and feel it. But I know it's going to be easy for a lot of you guys. But I know that I made another video long time ago where I talked about books. So let me know if you have some of these books already and how they helped you. I would love to know. Can't believe, I don't know what I have done with this one, but there's like coffee stains on it. It's so typical. It's like this one. I had the book for one day and then I spilled something on it. Oh, I'm so good at that. But again, I like when you can see the things has been used. Again, that's why we have like books and tarot cards, right? Why should we be afraid to use them? They don't have to look brand new all the time. I remember I had a friend who bought a tarot deck, and I remember that she was like, oh, I think I'm going to get them laminated, because that I don't want them to get like dirty or broken. And I remember I was like, why would you do that? Tarot cards are there to be used, right? And if they are banged up like the red deck that I have, you guys have seen it, I feel there is so much personality and love in it. Especially books, there's just something about having an old book in your hands. A book where you really can see that someone read through it. You know, like with these ones from my mom. They don't look perfect anymore. No. And there's also a very beautiful energy for me to be like, oh man, I know that my mom has been sitting with this book and reading it. So I just can't wait to dig into it again. I remember there's one part in one of the books where she is explaining, I don't know why, but it's the one thing that always sticks out. She was explaining that she was walking home and there was this raven that came to her, and it kept roaring, and she didn't really understand why until she came home, and there was, I don't know if someone passed away in her family, or there was something, or if it was something about that the raven tried to, you know, say to her that she should tap into her abilities, something like that. I can't remember it now. Yeah, there's always these like moments that's being imprinted in our mind, like movies. If you think about it, your favorite movies, your mind takes pictures of a scene, and that is what you remember from the movie. Like there's one specific thing, well, there's always more than one thing from a movie, but it could be a scene where someone is walking down the street, or it could be a scene of a swing. Like one movie that I have been drawn to actually watch again is The Secret Garden, and there's a lot of scenes that are imprinted in my mind, and I know that it's our soul's way of explaining something to us, something that we really, there's something about that. And if you really think about it, try to do that today. Also when you watch a movie, like what scenes moments do you capture with your mind? But there's one specific, well, there's more. There's a lot of scenes. Well, one from this the Secret Garden is when she finds the boy that's sick in bed, where he's like crying. That's one scene where he's like sitting in bed. And then there's another scene when they find the garden with the door hidden in all the green stuff, the leaves and everything. And the swing, when they're swinging, that's another thing. There's a special reason, I can't remember what it is, but there's something about our soul, like tapping into that moment and soaking it up. Almost like it's a memory from the past, like it connects us with a past memory, like we remember something. It's linked together with a feeling. You can dig very deep when it comes to that. Like, movies are just having such a big impact on us, I feel. Movies and books, but obviously movies, right? Movies are having the biggest impact on us. So I would actually love to know, what is your favorite movie? Also, if you have more than one. I also love Now and Then. It's like an old one. It's the 90s movies. There's also a lot of scenes from there. But now I feel like I have been talking your ear off, and Moon has gotten a massage. She's in heaven, in the sleepy heaven. And let me know if you had an experience with your cat dragging in a rabbit. I mean, this was a tiny rabbit, but still, it crossed my heart. And I didn't want to get mad at her, but I did get a little bit mad at her. But the thing is that she was hiding it. Normally Moon doesn't do that. She was hiding it. So I had this like, do you think it's your baby? But then she wouldn't have been biting in it or killing it, right? She would have been careful with it. Let me know if you have had experience. But this is a Sunday fun day. Talking about books and digging very deep when it comes to movies. I mean, I don't know anyone out there who doesn't like movies or doesn't have those movie scenes that's just stuck in your mind. Yeah. For some reason, something that I'm always like fascinated about with movies, scenes that's always like stuck in my mind, is graveyard scenes. I don't know if anyone has the same, but I'm also in real life, I love going to graveyards. And me and Kiri went to West Bay. On top of the Hellfire Caves, they have a graveyard. I have 2 videos on my vlog channel. I will link the newest one up here, because there's something about graveyards. There's something about walking. I don't know what it is. But again, maybe it's the Scorpio in me. Scorpio and Pluto. If you're Scorpio and Pluto, you know what I'm talking about. But thank you guys. Before that this gets too long, I'm gonna end it here. But this has been so fun to talk about my favorite books, because I know that a lot of these books are going to help a lot of you guys, because it helped me so much. And again, I want you to also pay attention to this with movies now. Pay attention to the scenes that is imprinted. And it's not just one. You have like 10 or 20 scenes from a movie where you're just like, you're so enchanted when you watch it. And sometimes you remember it after, right? The specific scenes that you really remember. And then try to dig deep and see, why is it that this scene is so special for me? What does it do? What is it that is trying to tell you? That's another thing. Because Spirit, one thing I have learned from these books, Spirit always finds a way how to make us aware of something. I am going to leave you guys, and I'm going to watch The Secret Garden. I believe that's what it's called. Again, I will link everything that we have spoken about down below. And yeah, then I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye. Bye, Moon. Bye, Momo. Moon. Killer machine. You just can't be mad at her, right? No, you can't be mad at her. But you are a little evil, Momo.
Oh.